Hello, friends. Welcome to a gloomy day yoga class. This is a great, short, little gentle class for you for any day where you're having a low energy day. Maybe the weather looks a bit like this, or you're just not feeling it today. This is a great way to still show up for yourself and get a little movement in. Maybe, hopefully, it'll help you feel a little bit better. So, getting started, we're going to actually just begin right here in an easy seat. So, finding a seat that is a comfortable position for you that we can sit in for a few minutes. Give you a moment to get comfortable. When you're ready, just start to slowly deepen your breath. Take some nice, deep inhales and exhales. And really just send your attention inward. You can shut your eyes if you'd like, forgetting anything else that's going on today. And just being present right here on your mat. Blinking your eyes open, we're going to begin to add some movement. Starting with trunk rolls, I like to think of this movement as if I could draw a circle in space with my belly button. But you can also just think of it as rotating in a circular shape through cat and cow poses. So starting as if you can be in a cow spine, belly forward, chest and hips back, rotate all the way through to the back. You'll find your cat spine. Continuing that motion all the way through, back into cow. Continuing around. Take this motion with your breath. So inhaling as you come around to the front, cow pose, and exhaling as you circle to the back for cat. Don't forget to involve your neck in this rotation. Your neck, part of your spine. Taking one more rotation. When you're ready, you can stop and go the other direction. The same thing, just around the other way. This is a really interesting movement to notice the difference between sides. Since you're moving all of the same muscles, just in opposite directions. Take a couple more rotations. And when you're ready, you can find yourself back neutral in your seated position. Taking the movement to our arms, we're going to start with some arm circles. So you have two options here. You can send your arms out nice and long, or you can also bend them, touching your shoulders, and do our circles with our elbows. So I'll start doing elbows. So just starting nice and slow, drawing a circle with your hands or your elbows, starting forward. As you go, slowly start to make your circles bigger. And take whatever speed feels good for you. Notice if there's anywhere you start to stick. If you want to stop and go to the other arm position, you're welcome. Still circling forward. And even bring in some slight chest articulation. Now getting ready for the other direction. If you've changed your arm position, start back where you did the last time. Now, small circles going backwards this time. Again, if you switched arm positions, now's the time to go back to the other one. Starting small again. And when you're ready, relax your arms. Give them a little shake. Great. Now we're going to go for a side stretch. So tenting your right fingers, reach them out, find the ground beside you, decently far away from your body. On your inhale, sweep your left arm up and over your head, reach all the way over to the right side. If this isn't deep enough, feel free to bend into your right arm or even go as far as to come onto your right forearm. Just be aware of keeping both of your sits bones still on the ground. You can gaze up towards the sky or at your hand here, whatever feels comfortable, and take a couple of breaths. Feeling that stretch, maybe through your arm, shoulder, torso. Reaching nice and long with your hand. And on your next exhale, press firmly through your right hand, rise back up, sweep your arm back down. Neutral spine. Great. Same thing now on the other side. It's time tenting your left hands out, stretched out beside your body. Inhale, sweep your right arm up and over, following it with your gaze, all the way over to your left side. Again, taking whatever bend in your arm, your left arm, that you need. Notice it might be different from side to side, and that's perfectly all right. Honor wherever your body is at today. Take one more deep breath here. As you exhale, press back up, sweep your arm down and over. Beautiful. Now, gonna do a little rotation here and come back onto our backs. We're gonna take this a really slow, mindful movement to get down to our back. So sending your feet out long, try to see if you can lower your back down as if you could do it one vertebrae at a time. Your head and neck being the last things to make it. Get comfy on your back. And when you're ready, you're gonna bend into your knees and bring your feet, the soles of your feet, to your mat. Nice and wide, a little bit wider than your hips. From here, we're gonna start with some twists in the legs, really get into our hips. So allowing both of your knees to fall to the left side. Take a couple of breaths here. Try to keep, again, both of your hips on the ground if you can. If they come up just slightly in this one, that's all right. On your next inhale, bring your knees back up to center and send them over in the opposite direction. Again, breathing here. Now, taking this a little bit quicker with the breath. So you inhale, bring your knees back up to center, and exhale, send them over to the left side. Inhale, back up to center. Exhale, let them fall to the right side. Take this a few more times at the speed of your own breath. Take one more on each side. And when you're ready, let your knees stop in the center. From here, hug your knees up to your belly and give them a little hug. Taking some gentle rocks back and forth or forward and back. Gently massaging out your back. Now again, we're gonna allow our legs to fall to one side, but they're gonna be knees together this time. Bring your arms to the mat and allow your knees to fall over to the left. This time, your right hip is gonna come all the way off the mat, keeping your shoulders pressed down firmly. You can play with how far towards your chest or away from your chest your knees are to change the twist a little bit. And on your next exhale, press into your arms, hug your knees back up to center. One more hug. Bring your arms back down to the mat. This time, allow your knees to fall over to the right side. Take a few deep breaths here and really settle into this twist. Gaze can be straight up or over your opposite shoulder. On your next exhale, hug your knees back up to center one last time and send your soles of your feet back to the ground, keeping your knees bent. Next, we have a figure 4 position. So, hugging your right knee up to your chest, hook your foot over your left knee and allow your leg to pivot out towards the side like this. Keeping mind to keep your ankle and your foot flexed. This protects your knee joint. While you're here, using just the muscles in your leg, try to gently press your right knee away from your torso. If you'd like, you can also add a gentle support from your hand. If you'd like to change the stretch a little bit, feel free to clasp your hands around the back of your left thigh, allowing your left foot to come off the mat and gently hugging both of your legs up towards you, keeping your right foot flexed. On your next exhale, Release your hands and let your left foot come back to the ground, releasing your right ankle as well, bringing both feet to the ground. It's time on the other side. Hug your left knee up to your chest and hook your left foot around your right knee, pressing your left knee gently away from you. Left foot stays flexed. Gently pressing your left knee away from your torso. Again, you can use your hand for a gentle support, but don't force anything. Again, option to lift your right foot off the ground, clasp your hands behind your right thigh, and gently hug both of your legs in towards your chest. Feel how this changes the feeling in your left hip. One more deep breath. And you can exhale, feet back to the ground. Unravel. All right, before we move off of our backs, one last pose. We're going to do legs up the imaginary wall. So bringing your knees back up to your chest, feet off the ground. Allow all of your back to hug in to the ground. Belly button hugs down and in, so your low back is pressing up to the ground. When you're ready, send your feet up towards the sky and stretch nice and long. You can press your palms into the ground at your sides. Also take a moment, you can spend time moving your feet around, see how that feels. Alternating flexing and pointing, even doing some ankle rolls. If this pose feels great for you, stay right here. If you'd like to move a little bit more, feel free to use your hands and grab one of your legs, gently pulling it towards your torso as far as it can comfortably go. Take a nice deep breath. Exhale. Bring your feet together if they're not. And alternate. Pull the other leg gently in. On your next exhale, bring your feet together again if they're not. Spend one more moment here, legs straight and strong up towards the sky. And exhale, bring your feet down to the mat. Extend your legs out long, give them a shake. And in whatever way works for you, make your way onto your belly. Beautiful. Now, planting your hands face down on the mat, under your shoulders. I'm going to set up for cobra. Think of this as working your back with support from your arms. When you're ready, inhale, press gently into your arms, rise up partway, just to a cobra, chest and shoulders off the ground, belly, legs, top of your feet pressed into the mat. Take one more breath here. Feeling nice and strong, and exhale, release back down to your mat. Great. Taking that one more time. Press firmly into your hands. Inhale, rise up, cobra. And on your next exhale, release back down. Beautiful. Keeping that in mind, that feeling in your back, it's time, bring your arms at your sides. We're going to do the same movement just without our arms, so fully using all of the muscles in our back. When you're ready, take a nice deep inhale and rise up just your chest and shoulders off the mat. This is half locust pose. Nice and strong. Take a breath. And exhale back down to the mat. Take a moment. Beautiful. Now this time, we're going to do that same motion, but taking, instead of our shoulders and chest, lifting them off the mat, we're going to lift our legs and feet. So getting ready to prepare. Inhale, nice and strong. Exhale, bring your legs and feet off the mat, using the muscles in the backs of your legs up through your glutes and into your back. Nice and strong. Can press gently into the mat with the backs of your hands. One more breath here. And exhale down. If at any point it becomes too much for you to move on, just continue with the same pose we just did, but we're going to add on. Next step is doing both of those things at once. So inhale, prepare, and exhale. Chest, shoulders, legs, and feet all come off the mat. Arms still pressing down, belly pressing down, hips pressing down into the ground, nice and strong, feeling all of the muscles in your back engaging, lifting you off the mat. One more breath here. And exhale, back down. Great work. Again, if that was good for you, do that one more time. If you'd like a little bit more, we're going to add one more thing. And that is, instead of arms being back at your sides, bring them over your head. And we'll take this in sort of a Superman position. So one last time. Get ready. Inhale to prepare. And exhale. Engage nice and tight through the back. Like Superman flying through the sky. Nice and strong. Pressing your hips into the mat. Remembering to breathe. Stay one more moment. You can do it. Exhale. Beautiful. Release back down. Great job. Pressing your hands into your mat. Come up through tabletop. Cross your ankles and come all the way through back to a seated position. Except this time, legs extended out nice and long. I'm going to take Dandasana. Now, Dandasana is a pose similar to mountain in that it looks like you're not doing that much, but it's actually a pose where you're quite engaged in all parts of your body. So taking your palms, placing them into the mat at your hips, straighten your arms, and press firmly into the mat. Might be hard to reach. Just press nice and long through your arms, engaging up through your spine, reaching the crown of your head upwards with a straight spine. If they're not already, flex your feet and engage your legs all the way through. Dandasana. Dandasana actually means staff pose. Take a couple of breaths here. Appreciate how you can be sitting, something we do all the time, and doing it in such an engaged way. Beautiful. Now, keeping your legs engaged, release your arms. We're going to forward fold. So keeping your spine nice and long and tall. Inhale, prepare for your fold, and exhale, hinge at the hips, fold forward as far as you can with a straight spine. Take an inhale here. And as you exhale, place your hands down on the mat or your legs and fold forward, allowing your spine to bend. When you're ready, press into the mat with your hands and rise back up. And allow your legs to relax. Maybe give them a little shake. Great job. Tucking your feet below you. We'll return to an easy seat like we began. Option also to take a Baddha Konasana here, which is butterfly pose, soles of the feet together, whichever you'd like. Now taking your hands, bring them behind you, fingertips facing away. Find a spot behind you about 6 inches where you can reach the floor just barely. And when you're ready, lean back into your hands and slowly extend into a gentle back bend. Gaze can go up and back, chest reaching forward, pressing into the ground, away from you with your hands, creating some resistance. If you'd like to take some gentle motions side to side here. Take one more breath. And exhale and slowly release back up from this pose. Reversing that in the other direction. And take one final forward fold. Inhale, lift up through the crown of your head, spine nice and long and strong. And exhale, again, hinging forward with a straight spine as far as you can comfortably go. Inhale here, and exhale, release forward, allowing your spine to bend. Hands, forearms, even your forehead maybe might come to the mat, relaxing downward. On an exhale, press into the mat with your arms, rise back up. Once more, and take an easy seat if you're not already there. If you'd like to close your eyes, we'll take a few more deep breaths together. Blinking your eyes back open. Take a moment, take any movement you'd like. And I hope you are having a better day than you were before. Feeling good, getting a little bit of movement in. Thank you so much for joining me on your mat today for this gloomy day yoga flow. Namaste.